from Celestial Forecasts, doing a check-in for twin flame connections that are mostly in separation or going through a challenge in the partnership. So that's what I'm diving into for the collective this time. General advice as always, guys, so please keep that in mind regarding your twin flame journey and take the parts of it that do resonate with you personally. All right, guys, so let's begin and take a look at the current energy for the connection. All right, I'll be using the Twin Flames Current Vibes deck by Sister Moon Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for twin flame connections. What's the current energy? Especially for those who are not together at this time. Maybe there has been no contact between you and your twin. What's their current energy? Okay, we have hesitation. They still long for you, though. We see desire right there. All right, let me grab one more. Focusing on the twin flame connection, their current energies. We have control. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So hesitation, I think of reaching out to you, but then I stop myself. I don't know if the timing is right. And the thing is, part of your twin's realization could be that there is no right time. They just have to be able to follow their gut instincts and take action whenever they are ready. You know, so that could be part of the reason why they're not reaching out to you because of that. But as we can see here, I long for you, I desire you, but they're still hesitating to take action. Then we have control. I try to control situations so I don't come across as vulnerable as I feel. So again, it goes back to this, their hesitation, trying to control the situation, right? Or trying to be in control of themselves and their emotions and their feelings. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot related to this. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on twin flame connections. We see a twin who is hesitant to reach out. I mean, the love, the desire, their pull towards you, it's still here, clearly. So we're seeing the Ten of Wands here, all right? They're, in a way, putting this burden upon themselves, and maybe there's a reason for it, maybe there isn't. It could all be something that they're holding on to, whether it's got something to do with you or not. I feel that your twin is ready to take action, but they get in their own way. If there was a reason for the separation, if they feel responsible, they could also be carrying that weight on their shoulders. Yeah, see, they're isolating themselves from you at this moment. So Five of Pentacles, alone, poverty, isolated. It's somebody perhaps whose cup is empty right now, you know, and they need to be able to work on themselves, their own issues, to be able to fill that back up. The only way they're going to be able to do that is to focus on their own healing journey, their own growth. Perhaps shadow work would be beneficial for your twin. So I'm just feeling internally when it comes to your twin, it's their issue, not yours. So maybe they need a little bit more time to process all of this. Yeah, this makes sense for me that we've got the Eight of Swords. They're very much in their head about the two of you, but I feel it goes beyond that. So maybe you might know that your twin could have other issues, excuse me, or traumas that they could be dealing with. We have the Three of Wands, and then that's followed by the Nine of Pentacles. Your twin is definitely on this journey on their own. It's more than likely it does not have anything to do with you personally. They've got their own issues that they need to be able to tackle and address. So they're very much on this solo journey right now. And they're struggling a bit to just get past that. Six of Cups, and look, it's followed by the Two of Swords. So right now, for those of you who relate to this and your twin flame, who is more than likely not with you, they're still thinking about you. So even though they're not physically with you, maybe you could be feeling their own energy, or maybe there could be 5D interaction here, or you could be dreaming of each other. You're still interacting in some way, shape, or form. Not in the physical sense, not in the 3D. You know, the desire, the longing, it's still there. You're very much a part of their heart, very much a part of their thoughts. But for now, things are stuck because of their own mental space. That's something that they're going to have to address within themselves. Okay? So that's currently what's happening for your twin. So let's go ahead and take a look at some shadows that they could be holding on to. That's a part of their energy. You may or may not know this about your twin. Angels and spirit guides, please, for twin flames in separation or going through some challenges right now. What's some of the issues and shadows that this person is holding on to or dealing with, or maybe even unaware of? We have irresponsible. That could also be a part of your twin's hesitation to come towards you, because maybe they know that they're not ready to give their all. They're not ready to commit to the connection, even though they feel incredibly drawn to you. This image always reminds me of somebody who's got commitment issues. So maybe right now your twin is seeing other options, or maybe interested in other people instead of just the twin flame connection with you. So in a way, they're doing you a favor by staying away until they're ready. This is interesting as well, embarrassment. So if they did something to embarrass themselves, that as well could be a part of the hesitation why they are not reaching out. So they might be thinking, God, I really did something. I embarrassed myself. If I reach out or show myself, you know, they're just not hoping for a very positive outcome. They could have kept things from you. We have secretive coming through here. You know, and that kind of goes back to both of these cards being irresponsible, not reliable, untrustworthy, and they did something to bring attention to themselves, and it's not in a good way. Look at that, and then we have non-action. That makes sense for me. That's basically what the Two of Swords represents. So as far as communication or hearing from your twin, seeing your twin, right now it seems that things are at a stalemate, more than likely because of your twin. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify this and see what else we can learn. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on this connection, a twin flame connection. All right. Look at this, Tower, Empress, Star. Oh yeah, this is really telling us a particular storyline that you guys are in separation. They more than likely did something to end things, or Divine Feminine, if you relate to this, I'm just feeling this perhaps from a masculine standpoint, but if it's reversed for your situation, of course, take it that way. If this is making sense, things came to an end, maybe because of what they did, or Divine Feminine, because you're coming in as the Empress, you more than likely did break free from this connection because of something that happened, and it's falling on maybe this Divine Masculine that did something to embarrass themselves or really ruin the foundation of the relationship. And as we can see here with that Ten of Wands, there's something there that's coming through as a very heavy burden. Okay, we're seeing it twice. You know, they're stressed out. They're feeling like maybe this is an unfixable situation, so they're not doing anything about it to come forward or to speak up or to communicate. Give me one more card focusing on the twin flame connection. Some of you guys could have either been married or committed in a partnership for sure. There could have even been family involvements here. We do have the World, so this is a cycle that has completed. But I like this energy though, because, you know, experiencing a Tower moment, it's so finite. It's like it results in something that causes the destruction of the situation, the relationship. But it could also be a blessing in disguise, because it allows you or your twin, or the both of you together, to be able to rebuild and to be able to move forward towards a new cycle. And that new cycle could be this, the Ten of Cups, that is followed by the Chariot. So it seems here that even though we're looking at a situation that could have been very painful or difficult to go through when it comes to your twin flame, there's something that they need to figure out in order to address their shadows, in order to address their own issues, in order to lift this heaviness that's coming through. Once they're able to do that, then there's a chance for absolute happiness here. You know, the Ten of Cups, of course, it could represent the love that they have for you, the fact that they're now open to the possibility of building a future with you, something that can truly go the distance. They want to grow old with you. So the Chariot can represent overcoming those challenges and struggles and getting to the other side of this Tower moment, where you guys can experience perhaps a renewed love, a new commitment towards each other, the relationship, and being able to see the future from a more positive standpoint. Okay, so this can be difficult, but I feel if you stick it out, you know, that there's still a chance towards recommitment here later on down the line. All right, let's go ahead and grab another set of cards here, focusing on a twin flame connection. I'll be pulling from the Love Compass Oracle. This one's by ILLUMINATED Love, I believe. I'll link everything down below. All right, what are some additional messages that we need to know about this twin flame connection, please? Angel, spirits, and guides, what do we need to know? Soul-to-soul connection. No doubt, you know, it does say you are manifesting a soul-to-soul relationship. You are connecting to the soul of another. This could be the balancing of your masculine and feminine energy. You are connecting at a deeper level. Absolutely, you know, but the way this is coming through, it's for twins that are not together in the physical sense. So your souls are definitely magnetically pulled towards each other. Chemistry. There is a strong magnetic pull towards another. The chemistry is strong. The attraction is mutual. There's a lot of passion and desire with this connection. This may pertain to the activating of your creative life force energy. This could be an awakening or increase of passion and creativity in your life. And that certainly can be tied into your twin going through their awakening, doing the work to be able to break free from their own shadows. So that there's no disputing that part of it. And then we have laying solid foundations. I really like that, first of all, because of this Tower. Okay, whenever we see the Tower card, it's a lost foundation. It crumbled, you know, it leveled things out. And the only way you can rebuild is to start creating a much more solid foundation. And so I'm really happy to see this. And it says a new solid foundation is building in your life. Your foundation is being strengthened and balanced for the new coming in. It's like a new chapter. You could be attracting new relationships, or certainly a new chapter in your relationship, or strengthening and solidifying the ones you already have. Focus on setting firm foundations of honesty and communication, and address the things that no longer serve you. So communication is key here, guys, when it comes to this twin flame relationship. Being open to each other and just really being upfront and honest, rather than being non-communicative. And what was that other message we saw? You know, their hesitation. They stop themselves from saying certain things or reaching out. So I feel that makes sense. Let's go ahead and grab some tarot once again. Angels and spirit guides, please, for whoever is tuned in and watching for a twin flame connection and separation, or going through challenges right now. We have the Lovers. Okay, you could be a Gemini. Your twin flame could be a Gemini here. There is no doubting the soul connection. We see that, the chemistry, the love that they have for you. For some of you, though, maybe part of the reason why your twin flame is not with you could be other people that were involved. It could have been either one of you was married, or there could have been an affair, or it could have been a third party. There were some complications here. But the thing that I do love about the Lovers card is it gives somebody a choice to choose differently. If they didn't choose wisely before, perhaps your twin is being given another chance to choose differently, and that ultimately will create movement away from that stagnant energy of the Two of Swords to be able to bring you guys back together in the 3D. We've got the Nine of Swords, so anxiety, nightmares. That Tower could have certainly represented a nightmare for the two of you. You know, so we see that your twin could be feeling quite anxious or even depressed. They're very much in their head about this whole situation. We did see that. There's our Five of Pentacles, okay? So right now, they're not feeling very confident about making contact. We did see that already. You know, maybe they could be isolating themselves, as we've seen already. If there was a third party, more than likely that's no longer happening. They're probably single. And so they're still hesitant. We see that, but they're still thinking about you, okay? Divine Feminine, you're coming in with the energy of the High Priestess. Some of you could be Cancer. Even though you're not with your twin, you still feel their vibe. You still feel their energy. You still feel their presence. You know, even though they're not physically with you. Look at this. 10 of Wands. How many times can that come through, right? So there's something about that energy that is clearly represented in this reading, because it came through 3 times. 3 times in such a brief reading here, we're seeing it. So your twin has a lot on their plate. Your twin has a lot on their shoulders. It could be self-imposed, but this is something that they're going to have to address. You know, there's a reason why we're seeing 3 of them. Interesting. So it could, again, be tied into a third element, a third party situation. Maybe they feel responsible for the way things played out between the two of you. I do feel, though, when that Tower happened, you both felt the ramifications of this situation. Maybe you both feel responsible in some way, shape, or form. Wow. Look at this. Judgment, okay. 8 of Cups. Clarifying the twin flame connection is the 4 of Wands. Amazing. One of you walked away. One of you felt isolated. We see that here. The distance needed to happen, perhaps. You guys could have been on a journey that had a limited time. Okay, maybe you guys were not together a very long time. But with the Judgment coming in, you could be dealing with a twin who's a Libra. You could be a Libra as well. There's the awakening. Self-evaluation. The Judgment. It's like Judgment Day, right? And I feel this has something to do with your twin flame having an epiphany about the two of you and why you're not together right now. This is ultimately what I'm feeling. They will get past, excuse me, they will get past their hesitation because they still feel drawn to you. Here's part of the journey to get here, to recognize that this is a twin flame bond and they have a particular objective to manifest here with you. And part of that is to have a reunion. And remember earlier we saw the Empress, and that has something to do with a family dynamic here. you know? And so I just want to make sure here. Hold on. Right, here it is. Okay, so we've got the Empress, and then we have the Ten of Cups. So family, happiness, reunions, marriage, celebrations. It's a happy occasion. It's a stronger foundation. It's solid. So in a way, the separation needed to happen in order for things to get here. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of the experience for the two of you. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some angel numbers here. Twin flame angel numbers. So I'll be using Mystic Moon's deck, Twin Flame Angel numbers. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the twin flame connection for those who are going through some challenges and separations. $55. Reserve your right to say no. Enabling toxic behavior serves no one in the end. I feel more than likely you've already said no. You took a stand when it came to your twin, you know, especially if they were focused on third parties or just toxic behavior, you know, as it says. It really will serve nobody. It won't serve you. It won't serve them. But that perhaps is a lesson that they needed to learn. Let's see. And however much love or affection and chemistry you feel with your twin, I'm getting that the separation could have been a blessing. We have 229. Patience is required, as one twin is still struggling to gain clarity with current challenges. Exactly. It really resonates with what's presented itself here already. And then bottom of the deck, we've got 711, 711. Progress is being made in your connection despite what you are seeing in the 3D world. That's awesome, because what you might be seeing in the 3D is lack of communication. You know, maybe they have not communicated with you in a very long time. And that's all you're seeing. That's the only vibe that you're picking up, perhaps. But something is clearly going on beneath the surface, which is why you're being directed to hold on, perhaps. Not to put your life on hold, but just not let go of the idea of your twin caring for you, thinking about you, and possibly creating something in their life that'll help bring them back to you. But, you know, you got to continue to live your life. It's one of those things perhaps where you got to just release it and let it go. And if it comes back to you, it's meant to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify that. Angels and spirit guides, please, for twin flame connections and separation. We're going through challenges. Unbelievable. Woo, you guys, for the fourth time, 10 of Wands. That's what has got your twin flame stuck, I feel. In a way, they're kind of burnt out, you know? Holding this heaviness, taking on too much in their life, feeling overloaded. Maybe they did take you for granted and they regret that. So even though this is presenting itself as a challenge, I mean, 10 of Wands times 4 in a reading that's not even 30 minutes long, that's a very clear message for us. You know? And then we've got the 5 of Wands. Fives can represent some difficulties. It can represent the challenges right here. And the 10 of Wands can represent that major challenge. Part of it might have had something to do with other people. Whether it was a third party or something else going on, it could have been a family member getting in between the two of you. It can come in so many forms, but typically it can sometimes represent a third party. If that's what was going on, we clearly have rivalry here. For sure tension. Maybe the last time you guys spoke, it was a very tense conversation. But what I can tell you is, despite what has happened between the two of you, your twin is struggling to not be with you. It's almost like when you guys wanted a separation, everything good about you and what you represented in their life, that was clearly taken away. And they now recognize that they miss it more than ever, that there's a reason why they feel this isolation or emptiness in their heart and their life. I love how we've got that there's patience that is required. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, which is equality, right? Equal give and take. When somebody's messing around with another person, they could have had an affair. Again, it could have been a third party. They don't have the capability to come in and offer or give as much as they take from you. And so I feel with this new chapter that is coming in, there's the possibility that finally you can see this in your connection where they're just focused on the two of you. They're just focused on the relationship itself. They are able to meet you halfway. I don't feel they were able to do that before. Look at this. We have the Four of Wands, once again clarifying the fact that we have a twin flame connection here and that there really is the possibility towards a reunion. You know, I love it. And then we have the Magician here. So manifestation of a reunion seems to be coming through. We do have Gemini and Virgo represented right there. And I believe Gemini came through with the Lover's card earlier. So some of you guys might be relating to that. Reunion, solid foundation, manifestation, a rekindled romance. So all of it hasn't been smooth sailing. There's a reason for the separation, whatever has been either addressed in this reading or something else going on that brought you guys at a distance from one another. We see that there's not a whole lot going on the surface right now, but just have patience. You might just be surprised the way this turns itself around. You know, you've got the Magician as the last card in this reading, and there's so much that can happen here because this is about taking action. When we first started the reading, this was literally the first card, hesitation. I think of reaching out to you, but then I stop myself. I don't know if the timing is right. Well, the Magician can ensure that the timing is right. That's how I see this. So if you are in separation from your twin, if there has been no communication, if you haven't seen each other in a very long time, this might just surprise you guys. It might surprise you the way this represents itself in your life. Let's grab some time frames here. If I can find that deck. Here it is. So let's grab some time frames and let's see when. And just be mindful of the time frames though, because there's just no way to predict exactly when something's going to happen. We can just tap into it and get some possibilities, okay? Angels and spirit guides, please. And it could be a long time still. There's progress, but it's not quite apparent right now. That's the reference to having patience. If this means a lot to you the way I feel it does, then time will not matter, but it's also very important that in the meantime, you don't put your life on hold, okay? All right, angels and spirit guides, please, for twin flame connections in separation. Give me a time frame, please. Look at that. When you least expect it, it could happen. Wow, guys. On your birthday. So whenever your birthday is, your twin might reach out to wish you a happy birthday, or there could be a visit from your twin. You just don't know, okay? When you least expect it. Maybe you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, right, they're never gonna come see me, or I'm never gonna hear from them. Give it some time. Bottom of the deck, we've got 1 year. Okay, so it could take as long as a year, because right now they're clearly going through stuff and there is hesitation. We do see that, but I feel eventually there will be progress that will be quite apparent in the 3D world. All right, guys, so I'll leave that there. I do hope that there's something here that you're able to relate to. And I do feel, even though you guys have been through some major things, that there's the opportunity to reconnect and reunite in the future. Okay, so if you're interested in your own twin flame reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. The information to my website is down below in the description box. I'll go ahead and link all of the decks that you see here. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Take care.